Hello, darling. It's me, Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, that video vixen with all the fixins. I hope that you've all been holding up okay during quarantine. I know I have. Thanks for bringing me into your home. Now, put on some pants, will you? We can see you. You know, I bet you thought this was going to be one of my episodes where I show you a little movie that I scraped up off the sidewalk with a pooper scooper, and maybe it would feature some voluptuous, scantily clad she-demons who ravage a middle-aged accountant for their desires. That's what you're here to see, right? I mean, what am I, though? Chopped liver? Look. Anyway, it is not one of those tawdry episodes, so just get your mind out of the gutter. My friends here at the Actors Fund are saving Halloween this year with this very special show that you're watching right now. It has some amazing guest stars and some really cute men. So let's all sit back, relax, and enjoy. Halloween is not canceled. I know I will.
If I only had a brain. Hello, I am Anthony Veneziale, also known as Two Touch from Freestyle Love Supreme. Brain. And welcome to Halloween is Not Canceled, and it will never be canceled. This is an event benefiting the Actors Fund. So I know what you're thinking. Not another benefit. Yeah, it's another benefit. Get used to it. We need your help. We need donations. So please give us that green. We have a couple of different categories. We have the monster donors at $2.50. You are going to get a shout out if you donate at that. Maybe it might sound something like, thank you, you are amazing. And if you give at a mega monster donor rate of $500, that's $500, you will be added to the end of show freestyle by yours truly. Ooh. Now, we know not everyone can give at that amount. So remember, every donation counts. $1, $5, $10. We be banging Benjamin Franklin's. And it enters you to win something from our fabulous prize cauldron. And this is going to be a fun evening. We've got magical doors with special guests behind them. We've got makeup artists to get your Halloween on. Get your Halloween on. Get your Halloween on. Costume designers, baking specialists. Stick around. Halloween is not canceled. You got creative, you got dressed, you posted on Insta, and you voted on Brightsiders. And tonight, throughout the show, we will be announcing the top prize winners in our not canceled costume contests. Right now, let's take a look at the entries. Speaking of costumes, have we got a treat for you? Our next guest won the 2014 Tony Award and Henry Hughes Design Award for the Broadway musical, A Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder. In 2017, she was nominated for the Tony, Outer Critics, and Drama Desk Awards for Best Costume Design of a Musical for the Broadway production of Anastasia. In 2018, she was proud to be part of Broadway's first all-female creative team for Lifespan of a Fact. She has worked extensively across the U.S. and internationally in dance, opera, period, classical, and musical theater. And tonight, costume designer Linda Cho is taking on our challenge to to see what kind of creative Halloween costume she could come up with using things found around her home. Check it out.
Hi everyone. As you may or may not know, Halloween is not canceled. So the Actors Fund has issued me a Project Runway type challenge. The challenge is to create a costume made of materials I find entirely in my house. So I asked my son, Finn, we tried to brainstorm some ideas, and I said, okay, how about a bat costume made out of old umbrellas? And he said, that's lame, it's not even scary. Okay, so what things are scary right now? Let's see, there's global warming, we've got COVID, we've got the threat to reproductive rights, we've got threat to racial justice, we've got the election. I forgot the election. And this 4-foot bear that is taking residence in my apartment. What materials do I have around the house? Okay, so what can I do with these materials? Because I'm a costume designer, I'm gonna have to sketch it out. I guess I don't have to, but I want to because I totally miss my job.
Oh, she's sweet but a psycho, a little bit psycho. At night she's screaming, my mind. Oh, she's hot but a psycho, so left but she's right though. At night she's screaming, my mind. Grab a cop gun, kinda crazy. She's poison for Daisy. Yeah, people say run, don't walk away. Yeah, she's sweet but a psycho, a little bit psycho.
Stay tuned if you dare.
Halloween would not be complete without some good old-fashioned trick-or-treating. Tonight, we are proud to bring you some socially distanced, 100% safe, 2020 approved door-to-door shenanigans. So let's go knock on some strangers' doors with parental approval on the one night of the year when it's socially acceptable. Welcome back, ghouls and goblins and friends and enemies. What? We are just having a delicious time. Thank you so very much for deciding to spend your lead-up Halloween evening with us. And I think we all know that there are some spooky doors behind me, possibly, or in front of me, possibly. These are virtual doors. And I think it is time for us to find out who, in fact, is behind door number 1. Shall we open it? Oh! Diana and Ace!
Who? Where? Ace, you look great. You look great.
They couldn't last. They all fell asleep, so we killed them.
Oh, how ghoulish of you.
It's 2020. Anything's possible.
Oh, this is the year that will not quit. Thank you both so very much for being here and for taking time out. Look at what, can you tell me what's going on? What are these outfits that you're wearing?
Oh, thank you for having us. Actually, this is just our everyday ghoulish wear because guess what? We live in Halloween 24/7. We really do. And we have become the Halloween house in our neighborhood since the day we moved in, and we proudly bestow that honor every year. You know, 2020 is a slightly different year. We typically have a big costume contest with all of our theater friends because usually we've culminated some crazy summer of shows and we're all home and we want to get dressed up again for free because that's what we want to do in our free time. But yeah, we're changing it up this year and we decided to, you know, just accept and fully live out our Halloween lives all year long.
So when we're not in character, we like to get into character. But it is actually, it's true. We are lucky to have about an acre around our house, and we had to build a whole shed in the back of our house just for Halloween decorations. So we built a 14-foot deep shed just for the decorations that go out on our property alone. So kids come by every year and they say, "Are you guys going to decorate your house like that for Christmas?" And we go, No.
Just for our holiday. Yeah.
But there will be Christmas decorations.
We do have a slight problem with Halloween skulls and things like that have just slowly come into our lives. And also we foster and have had dachshunds, which a current theme is Halloweeny. So we have received so many Halloween things that it naturally occurred. We went with it.
Oh, that is so great. So what are some of your favorite, costume or decorations that you put out? What are the ones like the kids come by and they're like, that's so scary?
So this year we decided to do a spider web theme. We have a circle drive, so we took a bunch of rope and created this massive spider web that's about 20 feet high, about 30 feet wide, comes down to a pinpoint with a skeleton in the front singing like he's doing a rock concert with a 12-foot spider behind him with people with missing arms and
Because we're all
such.
caught in the web of 2020.
We are. We're trying to get out of the web. And we even have a dead horse underneath the spider. It's a big deal this year.
Yeah, he's usually a big hit every year because the horse actually screams when you get close to it. It's a 6 foot tall skeleton horse, and usually the little kids, completely unknowingly walk up.
They walk up, waddle up, I guess you would say, to get their candy, and all of a sudden they hear this, and they're like,
Oh my gosh, that would freak
we don't
anyone out.
enjoy it at all. We don't enjoy it at all. No.
That is not why we do things. Wait, so what's the story of this? I don't know. Is it a gaucho? Is it an old cowboy? I know you're both, Birmingham
the
born,
horse.
but then raised in Georgia and Boulder born. So what's going on here with the Western mythos?
We're very close to Kentucky, and the horse is actually nicknamed Seabiscuit. So the very first year that we got Seabiscuit, we put all the victorious sashes on him, and Seabiscuit was a hit. But Seabiscuit's
so is that Toby Maguire then? Is that Toby Maguire?
Toby's he's the spider.
Skeleton.
He's the spider.
It's better.
Look at us connecting your dots.
Amazing.
It's happening.
You go in on this. I mean, Halloween is like a real deal.
It
All right,
is,
let's shift gears. Are there any projects upcoming that we should know about? I mean, obviously there was a musical you were both working on prior to all of this COVID days.
3 days from opening, in previews and drive home. Quarantine.
Talk about heartbreaking.
Well, the good thing is I've actually been working on a secret new virtual musical.
Oh.
Thank you. I know. Thank you to the producer gods. I know I can't tell all of the secrets just yet, but it will be airing in December online. So stay close to the socials. We can't announce it just yet, but it's a cool project. It's nice to know like we're all getting together. We're figuring out how to adapt via Zoom and learning music and choreography via Zoom has to be one of the most hilarious moments of my career. I laugh at everything. I'm a funny person. I find the humor in everything, and I have just been crying with laughter practically every day going, this is crazy, but we're making it work. And it's been so good to reconnect with our community and feel like, we're all moving forward. It's a completely different path than any of us were expecting, but stay tuned. So follow us on the socials and you'll get to know all the details very soon.
Trying to figure out all the platforms to get to you, the viewer, before they let us get back on stage.
Amazing. Please don't go anywhere yet, door number one, because you're going to be performing later on in the show. Yeah?
If you're lucky.
We had a lot of fun with this performance, so we hope you enjoy it as well. We thought, let's get creative and see what we can do with our cabin fever at home.
What a great inspiration. Thank you both so very much. Door number one has been exquisite.
Ooh.
Next up is New York City-based makeup artist and educator Eddie Duyos, who has agreed to share a how-to Halloween look. Now, Eddie has a degree in fashion design, skills in makeup artistry for special effects, theater, runway, film, and editorial. Over 25 years experience working with top beauty brands and a vast network in editorials, Mexico, Canada, and Brazil, and is currently an instructor at the Make Up Forever Academy in New York City. From New York Fashion Week to Halloween is not canceled, we are thrilled to welcome the talents of Eddie Duyos.
Thank you, Anthony. I am so excited to be with you guys here tonight. Halloween is not canceled. My name is Eddie Duyos. I'm an Academy instructor for Makeup Forever here in New York City. And today I am going to show you how to do a mummy. A fun mummy, a cool mummy, an undead mummy. I think it's super cool to kind of just play and venture. And I'm going to show you using some things you may have around the house and that it's easy to actually find. So what we're going to start with in this part is we're going to start with some simple prep of the skin, and we're going to start with what is one of the most basic techniques in any kind of creative makeup, especially Halloween makeup. It's a brow cover. So we're going to go ahead, and what we're going to need is we're going to need some cotton rounds, a little alcohol. It could be any kind of alcohol, okay? 91% alcohol is usually better for creative makeup. And also, for all of you that have kids out there, glue stick, Elmer's glue stick. You probably have them laying around the house. You really want the ones that are purple, okay? And you'll understand why as we go through this process. So the first thing you want to do, because we are doing makeup, like we're going to add some things to the face, you don't really want moisturizer on the face, because anything that is oil-based or like moisturizing can break down any makeup. So you want to take, and I know it's probably not the best feeling because it does tighten up the skin, is you want to kind of just rub that alcohol across the face, getting rid of anything that could potentially break down your makeup, okay? Stay away from the eye area so it's not like the fumes are not getting into your eye, because it can feel a little uncomfortable. And then we're going to get another one, and we're going to put some alcohol on it again. And what we're going to do is we're going to rub through the brow area. Now, I have some really difficult brows to cover for all my folks with the strong dark hair brows. Glue stick is actually going to work really good. And I'm not looking for some crazy perfection in the brow coverage, because we're going to lay some things on top of it. But you do want to make it disappear so you can change the shapes. All right? So I've kind of taken out all the oils in my brow hair, and I'm going to get real close and personal now, okay? And we're going to take this glue stick, and I want you to be friends with it, okay? So you're going to get up close, and you're going to kind of rub it in the opposite direction, all right? You're going to go in, and you're going to really kind of smear it in there, right? I'm not too concerned about it getting all over the face or in other areas, because I'm going to show you what you're going to do afterwards, all right? So I'm going to go in, and I'm going to rub it. Make sure you really get it in under the hair. The next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to start to comb through, okay? Comb in the direction of your brow hair, how it grows, all right? And start to smooth it down. The cool thing about it being a purple glue stick, okay, is that when it dries clear, you know that it's dry. Like, you can go on to your next steps, okay? So the great thing that it is water soluble, it will come off, okay? The next thing you want to do is you want to take a little bit of a wet wipe, something like this. Could be a baby wipe, nothing that has like aloe vera, just a clean, good old water wipe, and take off all the excess. And then we're going to wait for that to dry, and I'm going to set it with some powder, and I'll show you that in the next step. And I'm going to take care of the other eyebrow, and I will see you in a little bit. So stay tuned, because it only gets creepier from here.
Our next guest is a talented individual who has combined his love of baking and Broadway in order to help raise awareness of the Actors Fund and the work they do to help artists in need. Nate Russo created Nate Bakes Broadway. That's right, Nate Bakes Broadway. Boom, 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 Nate Bakes Broadway. A new YouTube series celebrating Broadway and honoring shows with fun and creative baking recipes inspired by their stories and cultures. He aims to help audiences reconnect with the productions they love while supporting the larger entertainment community during this prolonged shutdown, promoting awareness of the Actors Fund. We are thrilled to be able to include this talented and compassionate young person in this event. We can't wait to see what spooky treat Nate bakes Because it's Nate Bakes Broadway. Nate Bakes Broadway. What's he gonna bake? Oh, Nate Bakes Broadway. How's he gonna do it? Oh, Nate Bakes the hard way. What?
Hey guys, I'm Nate from Nate Bakes Broadway, and I'm here to help celebrate Halloween is not canceled. For my part, I will be baking a dessert based on the hit Broadway musical Beetlejuice. Let's get started. Beetlejuice is a musical about a couple who unfortunately dies and then, as ghosts, are required to live in their old house. But what happens when a new couple comes in and they decide to haunt them? I don't want to give away too much, but what I can tell you is that for my dessert, we're going to be doing a dark chocolate and whipped cream crepe cake to represent the black and white stripes of Beetlejuice's suit. Then from there, we're going to do a green slime white chocolate ganache, and then a strawberry coulis, because how can you not have a Halloween dessert without edible blood? And then, to top it off, we're going to do some pomegranate seeds to represent another story about hell that you might know, some actually sliced almonds, and some toasted white chocolate, which is delicious. I promise you guys are going to love it. Let's get to it. Let's get started. I know doing a crepe cake for the first time can be intimidating, trust me, so we're gonna break it down into super simple and easy steps. So our first step is gonna be to create the dark chocolate crepes of our crepe cake. Trust me, it's super simple. So our first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna take milk. The recipe will be attached, don't worry. And then some eggs, some sugar, some melted butter, a lot of flour. I remember the first time I did this, I forgot to add the flour. Don't do that. A little bit of salt, a little bit of cocoa powder, and a little bit of actual ground charcoal. It's actually really good for you, and it gives it that dark color we're looking for to get those black and white stripes. And then from here, we're just gonna put this in the blender just pulse it for like a minute or two until it's all combined, and we're gonna get to actually making our crepes. I'm excited. So for our dark chocolate crepes, take about 1/3 cup of liquid and then swirl it around in our pan. It's a 6-inch pan that's on medium-high heat and has been buttered or oiled to make sure that they can flip. Speaking of flipping, be careful when you flip and be very gentle with your spatula. Then we're going to continue to do this for each one of our crepes for about 12 to 15 crepes, or as many, obviously, as your batter makes. So our next step is our white chocolate ganache that we're making our light green slime. And so chocolate ganache is super duper easy. We're just going to take up our chocolate, which is just in pieces in this glass container, something that's heat proof. And then I put actually heavy cream in the microwave for about a minute until it gets steamy hot. And then we're actually gonna pour the cream into the chocolate, and this is gonna actually be what melts the chocolate. And you just wait a couple seconds for the chocolate to start to melt, and then we're just gonna stir it around to kind of help incorporate the chocolate into the milk. It's super simple, it's always super impressive because it's rich. But do remember that as it cools, it gets thicker, so it's gonna be a little thinner when it's super hot, and that's okay. So I'm just gonna stir this until it starts to melt. And our next step is gonna be to turn it green. Here we have our white chocolate ganache, where we just stirred until the white chocolate was completely incorporated into the cream. Again, it was thinner than it will be in the end because it's hotter than it will be in the end. And then I added a little bit of green at a time because it is very strong until we got the green we wanted. So now that we're done with the slime green ganache, our next step is the strawberry coulis. Let's do it. So for our strawberry coulis, we're gonna add our strawberries, sugar, and lemon juice to a pan. We're gonna stir over medium-high heat until the whole thing comes together and is thick and bubbly. From there, we're gonna blend until the whole thing is combined. And then from there, we're gonna strain until all the seeds are out of the liquid. From there, we're gonna refrigerate and our strawberry coulis will be done. Now that we've prepared all of the different parts of our dessert, I'll see you back here when it's time to plate. See you then.
delicious. Those crepes look spooky delicious. Nate, thank you for baking Broadway and for making a Beetlejuice-inspired coulis. Fantastic. And also, I have to give a little bit of love to my peeps. Got some air hearts for all of you watching also. We did it. We did it. Thank you so much, Nate. Now, let's move into the costume contest winners. We're going to start with third place. Now, for the human division contest, we have our third place finisher, who is Brooke Hoover. That's Brooke with 2 zeros and Hoover with 2 zeros. Great job, Brooke! They will receive a chocolate pumpkin from Pierre's Chocolates. Oh, delicious. And in our pet division, there was a tie. So stick around to see what we did with that. All right, it is time to trick or treat again. Let us see who we have behind door number 2. I love that.
Well, as if the world weren't scary enough. Now it's Halloween. I guess there's no trick-or-treating, but could I interest you in a shave? No? Pity. Have a bloody good Halloween. All the same.
Ooh, talk about creepy. My gosh, that was a close shave. I mean, his knives are his friends. Anyway, I think it's time for us to check back in with Linda and Eddie to see how their creations are coming along. Creations in a world where things are created by people.
So I bet you thought I was joking about my list of scary things. They are in fact scary, and this is what I've come up with using those ideas. I call it the Bearer of Bad News. And this will feature my son Finn riding on the shoulders of Mr. Bear, and a mega type hat, but it says Bearer of Bad News. And we have all the symbols of the apocalypse here. We've got our world, our globe on fire. We've got COVID. We've got a symbol of women, and that's on fire. And the Black Lives Matter fist, also on fire. And
Forever Super Matte Loose Powder, okay? In 0, in clear, okay? And I'm just gonna tap it on lightly. I'm not gonna press at first, and then I'm gonna go ahead and press. And you wanna press down with some pressure into the skin so that the glue stick kind of holds down and looks flat once you put makeup on top of it. Okay, so you can kind of see they're kind of there for right now, but they will be gone once we start painting. Now our next step is we're going to start to build what is the structure of, you know, like the skin that's crumbling apart on the mummy. And so what works really amazing, okay guys, is something you have at home, tissue, okay? You kind of want to get tissue that is like 2-ply or 3-ply tissue, like a Kleenex or a Puffs, but do not get tissue that has like aloe in it, or I know that because of the, you know, the time that we're in right now, the antibacterial tissue is just plain old tissue. And what you do is you separate the plies, okay? They literally just come apart. And what you want to do next is what I've already done and prepared is you want to tear apart the corners. You don't want those straight edges that you have on a regular tissue. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to take some latex. Now I have the mega tub of latex, okay? There are small bottles. They sell them out in the market. You can get it on Amazon. If you're someone that is allergic to latex, and you can always do like a little patch test on your arm to see if you get any kind of allergic reaction. There are other alternatives out there. So what we're gonna do is use either the alternative or the latex. I'm gonna pour it out onto my palette, And it should be liquidy, it should be watery, okay? And what I'm gonna start doing is, with a disposable sponge, the fat side, I'm gonna start to think about where I wanna place these tissues to kind of create all this crumbling skin, rotting skin effect, okay? And what you wanna do is respect your bone structure. Use what you have. Don't try to create something that's not there, all right? We're going to build on what's gonna look organic. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna lay down some latex. Now latex can be a little bit strong in the fumes as well, guys. So just be careful when you're going around the eye area. You don't want to get it in the eye, obviously. And the fumes can be a little strong. Okay, so I've got some latex down, okay? And don't worry about like perfect shapes. And I'm gonna start to stick the tissue to it. I'm gonna go ahead and do this for a little bit and you'll start to see. And I'm gonna use my magic Halloween magic. And we're gonna go a little faster for this, okay? So just stay tuned and watch what happens. So now I'm going to keep building this up, all right? So stay tuned so that we can start traveling into the afterlife through makeup with our mummy, all right? I'll see you soon.
Welcome back. That is so terrifying to see tissue that simply turns into latex skin. Oh, Eddie, thank you. And now I want to remind everybody that we are still at brightsiders.com/the Actors Fund, and we are still accepting those monster donors and those mega monster donations. So if you are able to, please give whatever you can at any level. Now let's move back on to the costume contest winners. We are going back to the human division. The costume contest second place finisher is JSF 90210. Yes! They will receive a chocolate witch and haunted house from Pierre's Chocolates. Now, I know that the tie suspense is probably killing you. We had a tie in our animal division. So we have combined the second and third place prizes. So each contestant will win a $75 gift card from Chewy.com. And those contestants are MJH Rich and Daisy the Wonder Dog 2. That's MJH Rich and Daisy the Wonder Dog Dose. Oh, look at how cute they are. Oh, great work. And now, a public service announcement.
Hi, my name is Alexis, and when I am not singing of spooky, tormenting cheer with my competitive barbershop groups, I work for the Actors Fund.
And I'm Stacy. I work at the Actors Fund too. Now we know this year has felt like one terrifying dark twisted movie class, but we've still got 2 more months to go.
And that means there are still people who are in need of assistance due to COVID-19 and the shutdowns, which is why we are asking you, pretty please, to donate to the Actors Fund.
Over the past 31 weeks, the Actors Fund has distributed over $16 million to over 13,000 people. From actors, stagehands, costume designers, makeup artists, writers.
Stacy, there's
What? Anyway, the Actors Fund has helped everyone in performing arts and entertainment.
If you have taken comfort over the past few months in your favorite TV show, movie, song, play, dance number, then we ask you to consider making a donation to the Actors Fund. Support the people who have been giving so much to you.
Now, back to perform for us, please welcome Diana DeGarmo and Ace Young.
What'll I do when you are far away and I'm so blue? What'll I do? What'll I do when I am wondering who is kissing you? What'll I do? What'll I do with just a photograph to tell my troubles to? When I'm alone with only dreams of you that won't come true, what'll I do?
Time to check back in with Nate and see how that snack is coming along. Nate, are you still baking Broadway?
Well, now that I have you back, it's actually time for plate. While you were gone, I froze the crepe cake and I actually cut it into a rectangle so you can see the white and black stripes better. And from here, first thing we're actually going to do is we're going to take our green white chocolate ganache slime, and we're actually going to take our black plate and we're just going to pour a line of the slime across it. And then from there, we're actually going to let it drop so that it creates some drips. So it actually looks like slime. And then we're going to take our crepe cake, a rectangular piece of crepe cake, we're going to place it at the top of the slime, as if the slime is coming from the crepe cake. And then from there, we're going to take our red strawberry coulis, that looks a little like blood. We're actually going to take it, we're just going to swirl it around the plate, kind of like in a circle. Kind of a little like blood, it's okay if it's a little messy. It's blood, exactly as I was saying. So now that we have our plate mostly complete, we're going to take some of our extra toppings. So we have some sliced almonds that I'm just going to place around the plate. They're really delicious. They add a nice crunch that this dessert otherwise is kind of missing. Just because the crepe cake and whipped cream are both kind of soft. And then we're going to take our toasted white chocolate, which is just actually pieces of white chocolate that we put in the oven at 350 until they're golden brown and can kind of just be split apart with a spoon. And it gives it kind of like a caramelly taste, and it also gives some good texture. So we're going to take some of these crumbles, again, place them around the plate. Just really however you want to do it, you know, take your artsy side and just use it. And then from there, our last things that we're going to do is our pieces of pomegranate. So we're just going to take some pomegranate pieces, place them around the plate. Again, however you want to do it is perfectly fine. And then we've got our Beetlejuice inspired dessert. So if you enjoyed this dessert, follow Nate Bakes Broadway on Instagram or subscribe on YouTube. And for now, let's get back to Halloween is Not Canceled. Thank you.
Speaking of Eddie, I wonder how his look is coming along. Eddie, what you look like?
Hi everyone, welcome back. So I've added some more tissue and I did a full layer of latex on top of this. And now our next step is to start to paint things out. So we're going to use a few different products from Makeup Forever. We're going to use Artist Color Pencil in black, which is just like a matte black pencil. We're going to use a lot of the Aqua Resist. It's the new waterproof products. They're pencils and shadow sticks. Okay, so we're going to use that. And then we're going to use the iconic Makeup Forever Flash Palettes, okay? This is the iconic traditional color case, and this is the Cinema Palette. Now, in the Cinema Palette, I've actually mixed these two kind of like blue-gray colors together. And then from here, I've actually pulled some red, some white, and I'll be pulling out some red in a little bit as well. I have them all on a palette over here, and you're gonna need some like flat brushes. They don't have to be really like expensive brushes because you are doing some more of the creative makeup, so it can be really inexpensive brushes, but flat brushes might get you where you need to go much faster for these kind of makeup, so just keep that in mind when you're choosing your brushes. Now next, we're gonna take our Aqua Resist, and with Aqua Resist, we're going to start to paint out some black areas. So with the magic of Halloween, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna paint in high speed. Now, I've taken my blue colors, I've mixed them the lighter kind of grayish, pale cement color, and this kind of like muted blue, and I've mixed them together on this palette. I have my black and my white separate, okay, because I'm gonna use them for shadowing as well. So now let's go back to the magic of Halloween and paint this in high speed.
Eddie, it's getting quite spooky. Now, before we do the next part, we costume contest winners, I just want to remind everybody that there is still donating that is happening. So please, if you can, go to brightsiders.com/The Actors Fund and make a donation. Any donation is mucho apreciado. I'm pretty sure that means much appreciated. Also, if you're watching on any of those platforms, please send us some words. At the end of the evening, I'll use those words in a magic cauldron of freestyle. So please send some words along for the very end of the show. Now, let's get back to the costume winners. It is time for our first place prize of the human division costume contest winner. And that goes to Phyllis Sings. And their grand prize is a Makeup Forever kit and video session with pro artist Eddie Duyos. Yes, you did it, Phyllis. And now let us move on to the costume contest winners. First place, pets. Our pet division costume contest first place winner is bringing back Brooke Hoover. Brooke 00 Hoover 00. And their grand prize is a $200 gift card from Chewy.com. Oh, look at that Pomeranian princess. Thank you for sharing your creativity with us. Thank you all so much for your creativity and helping us to raise money for the Actors Fund. Don't forget to donate if you haven't already. Remember the Monster Funds and the Mega Monster Funds. He did the mash. He did the Mega Monster mash. All right, we have loved seeing all the costumes you have come up with, and I think the best way to wrap up this contest is to check back in with Linda and see her final product.
Are you ready for the grand reveal of the bearer of bad news?
Oh, she's sweet but a psycho, a little bit psycho. At night she's screaming, my mind. Oh, she's hot but a psycho, so left but she's right though. At night she's screaming, my mind. Grab a shotgun, kinda crazy. She's poison but tasty. Yeah, people say run, don't walk away. Yeah, she's sweet but a psycho, a little bit psycho. At night she's screaming, my mind.
So admittedly, my costume was a little dark, but as I said in video 1, I do miss my job. I miss making art. I miss being in the theater, sharing space. I hope my child inappropriate costume serves as a reminder of the important work that we all do in theater. We hold a mirror up to society to illuminate the current conditions. And if we do our job right, we can inspire thoughtful conversation and change. We are all being pulled in a million different directions right now, but you can declare your support by making even the smallest donation. I look forward to making art again with you soon.
All right, friends, it is that time. It is time for door number 3. Who is behind door numero 3? Let's find out. James Monroe Igleheart. Oh, my buddy. Hi, James.
What's up, man? Hi, Anth. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing much better now that I see your amazing face, and now that we are not, letting Halloween be canceled. Because look,
No, we are not letting it be canceled.
No, it is not. HINC. Hink. Halloween is not canceled.
Halloween is not canceled.
Yeah, exactly. No. So let's talk about this Nightmare Before Christmas special. So can you tell us a little bit about this? It sounds amazing.
Yes. Yes. So I am producing and so proud to be a part of this wonderful virtual concert of the songs of Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas. And I've got a fantastic cast. For those out there who loved Blind Spotting, you're going to see the awesome, sexy Raphael Cassell as Jack. For those people who loved Tina, the Tony nominee Adrienne Warren is playing Sally. Myself is playing Oogie Boogie. I've also got Rob McClure, Leslie Margarita, and Nick Walker playing Lock, Shock, and Barrel. And then I've got a bunch of people who normally are just principals on Broadway, but they're in the ensemble for me just because they're friends of mine. I have Catherine Allison, Aaron Clemens, Jenny Barber, Brian Gonzalez, Jawan Jackson, and Fergie Phillip. And they're fantastic.
Oh my gosh.
Absolutely fantastic. And we also have the legendary and Tony nominee, Danny Burstein. Danny Burstein's our narrator, and he's also playing Santa. And it's going to be great. And the great thing about it is all the proceeds are going to the Lymphoma Research Foundation, because 2 years ago, my wife, Dawn, had Hodgkin's lymphoma. And there's a moment when cancer hits you that you don't know what to do. And once you have that feeling, you don't want anybody else to have that feeling either. And the Lymphoma Research Foundation helps millions of people. Like every 5 minutes, someone is diagnosed with lymphoma, and this place helps. But also, half of the proceeds are going there and the Actors Fund, because I know how much the Actors Fund helps, and it's there for everybody in our business. And the tickets, like I said, the tickets are only $4.99, less than a bag of candy for Halloween. And the reason why it's because we didn't spend any money on this. I am calling this the homegrown professional show, because everybody is using things in their house: wigs, sunglasses, tape, kitchen utensils. Nobody went out and bought anything. Everything you're going to see is from somebody's house, and it's really, really fun. I wanted it to be a storytelling moment. I wanted it to be an imaginative moment for the actors in their imagination just to have a good time and embody these characters, and just trust me, these folks are singing their face off, and you're going to have a great time. And all the proceeds are going to a great cause. 100% of the proceeds are going to a great cause. So come on, check us out. It's Halloween night, 7 o'clock Eastern time, $4.99. You can go to the Actors Fund and to get your tickets. Also, the Lymphoma Research Foundation, get your tickets. Trust me, you're going to have a great time.
Beautiful. So, any other cool projects you wanna let us know about? Because I'm glad you put aside your differences with Nick Walker so that you could work together on this one. And we all know that No More Jobs for James was pretty large for a while there. But
oh yeah, listen. When the funny thing is, he was really upset when I called him. I said, "Hey, want to be a part of this?" He was like, "Oh, so we're part of one of your new jobs?" I'm like, yes, I do. And you can't say anything about it because you're a part of it.
Yeah.
But I have a couple of things coming up I can't talk about. I'm just saying that around after Thanksgiving, check some cool things are about to happen. Some cool things are about to come out. Wow. And just look, trust me, it'll be something very very holiday spirited.
Awesome. All right, James, let's kick a little something. I'm gonna give you a word and then you freestyle. Sound good?
Sounds great to me.
All right. Your first word is Danny Elfman.
Woo! Danny Elfman coming through, getting loose. Danny Elfman, he created the music of Beetlejuice, also created the music of Batman. Oh, that man is all that with the attack as he be coming through on the Mistress and the music of Nightmare Before Christmas. Come on, Danny Elfman, true. Everything that he does is so damn cool.
Next word, vampire.
Now I aspire to be smooth as a vampire. Call me the Black Dracula, Blackula, as I be coming at ya. Back on ya. Yo, you be getting back and I start to wreck. You be see these lips coming all at your neck. Trying to get that blood like you knew. But I'm the vampire and I am so cool. But I'm the sexy vampire like the shiny one. I'm the shiny one vampire that always has fun.
Awesome. All right, last word. Candy.
Now candy is dandy, yo, get the Kit Kat, break me off another one. But let me be a snicker, cause when I get on these rhymes, I'm always satisfying, son. Now I can be an M&M and not melt in your hand, but I can beat a Reese's Baby and beat King Command. Or you can call me 100 grand, because I'm worth that. Or you can call me different things, because I get that. Or you can call me score, like English toffee, coming off with this, like I taste like coffee, or I could be like Seas Candy from California, mopping all the other Californians like ammonia, letting you know with that C-A-N-D-Y. Why? Because candy is oh so fly.
Oh, damn. Give me a word.
I got you. It's a double word. Your double word is black magic.
Yeah, check it out. I'm like, hocus pocus, keep your eyes focused, cause this is just the beginning. We're gonna get in it like oogie boogie. But all right, now I'm gonna just shoogie like I was night with black magic, right? Or maybe night rider. All right, I hold you tighter, cause this night is the night that we feel aliver, coming together like I was a survivor. Or you could be MacGyver, and I could be the tinfoil that you wrap in this little piece of gum, and then make sure that the whole world doesn't end. All right, that's my friend. His name is James Monroe, and now we're gonna go back and get thorough. So let me trade some fours with you in the borough.
Rock ya, and you bring it back. We be trading fours on this cool Halloween rap.
Yeah, it's true. Like we was Donald Duck, or I could be Goofy. All right, thanks for the groovy beats that you be giving me and these treats.
In these treats that we get in these streets, and everybody getting back as you trick or treats.
Trick or treat, now you know what I mean, cause it's trick or treat for Halloween.
Halloween.
Trick or treat, trick or treat,
Trick or treat, trick or treat for Halloween. Ghosts and goblins by the score. No, we can't sing that. It's copyright.
Copyright. Oh, James, thank you for coming in. Thank you for being a part of this.
Please.
You know you are my fave.
Man, you know you're my brother for days, forever, man, forever, ever. FLS forever, and also Actors Fund. Thank you for what you do and letting everybody know that Halloween is not and will not be canceled.
Thank you, James. Give it up, everyone, for James Monroe Igleheart. He took a piece of my heart from the start. We knew things that fall apart. All right, James, be good, man.
Thanks, y'all. Happy Halloween, y'all.
Wow. All right, everyone. We are nearing the end, and the last chance to become a monster donor is right now. And speaking of monsters, I wonder how Mummy Dearest is doing. Oh, Eddie! Thank you all so much for your creativity and helping us to raise money for the act. Hear me. I'm trying my best, so hopefully you'll be able to hear me. In the chat, Stacy or Alexis, can you let me know if people can hear? If not, I'm so sorry. I don't know what else to do. I'm going to try We'll put a little music on so people can hear that at least. There's no sound on any of them. Oh no. Any sound happening now by any chance? Can anybody hear me out there? Oh no. They hear me now. It's a mute button somewhere. Anyway, thank you all so very much for watching and for tuning in and for donating. And thank you to our trick-or-treat guests, Michael and James. Thank you to our trick-or-treat guests and performers, Diana and Ace. To our creatives, Linda, Eddie, and Nate. Nate Bakes Broadway. What is Nate Bake? Oh, Nate Bakes Broadway. And I'm playing a little bit of music, so hopefully you can hear that now. And I'm going to do a little freestyle on the way out. We asked for some words, and I think we got 2 of them. One is Michael Myers, and the other is snap peas. #irony. Here we go. All right, just trying to be of service like I was Jamie Lee Curtis, or maybe you could be an H2O. Michael, why do you do it, bro? Why you go so berserk on Halloween night? You should just maybe give the kids a fright. Or we could just move it. We could get sugar, or we could get snap peas. Yes, there's a booger in my nose. All right, I'm gonna pick it out later. But anyway, I hope that we are still innovators. Thanks so much for giving what you give, because the Actors Fund could surely use a little bit of love and monster donations. Yeah, this nation is sorely in need of some storytellers. So please believe that when you give a $5 or 10 or 20 or anything above, yes, you're giving plenty of love to the people who were trying to make sure that you feel connected to your community. Thanks very much. No, there is no immunity to this thing that we call love in theater. All right, yes, and we hold it so dear. Alexis and Stacy, clearly, I want to say this, thank you so dearly. We wouldn't be able to have this night without the 2 of you, so you held us tight. Thank you very much. Have a really great night. And on the next scene, Halloween will not be canceled. Will not be canceled. Good night, everybody.
Okay guys, welcome back, and are we ready for our final touches? So I've actually pulled up some of my latex. You can see I made some holes, had some skin hanging, okay? So it kind of gives that like cracking off skin that's like just dying off. And instead of using loose powder to set all the cream that we put in the pencil, what I did was I used a lot of these Makeup Forever shadows in different colors, like these taupey olivey colors, some browns, some black, a little bit of a light white color, and I just followed the tissue. If you look really closely, I just followed what was there, okay? So it's really just a play on light and dark. And so if you just follow that through, you'll be able to create the same effect. Again, we're not looking for these really perfect shapes. They just happen organically, all right? Now what we're gonna do next is we're gonna add some final touches, and I'm gonna use my ink liner from Makeup Forever. This little guy is a very matte black liner, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and start to create some like really sharp edges in certain areas to create a really strong effect, all right? Again, I'm not too concerned about this area because you'll see why. Now let's create these details with the magic of Halloween in high speed. Now, if you remember, we painted this in black. Watch what happens. I'm gonna grab something from Makeup Forever called Wet Makeup, which is a water-activated wet makeup, okay? So watch this. Boom. So this little guy right here, with a little water, okay, you can create teeth, all right? So we create the teeth by using like a lip brush, okay? We lay it down. And pull down. All right, so we dip it in water, we go into our wet makeup, lay it down, and kind of pull up, And we do this for a couple teeth. We don't need to do all the teeth. Because usually a mummy can actually lose its teeth, so they're gonna be a little separated. They're not gonna be perfect. Okay, and while that dries, and then I'm gonna take this Igleheart, like I said, and we're gonna go in and crack. Now what I've done ahead of time is I've actually bought gauze from the drugstore, and I kind of put it in some black tea as well. So if you'll excuse me, I'm going to get into something a little bit more comfortable. And voila! Here you have it. Also, because we are wearing masks out there, especially this Halloween, what's great about this really thick gauze is you can put your mask on and then throw the gauze right over the mask. Okay? Look at that. That's the great option that you have, and you still have your makeup, and then you can always take your mask off and pull it down and tuck it back in. So thank you so much for joining me. I can't wait to see all the mummies out there. Let's create that mummy army, and I want to see it on social media. Please tag me at Eddie Artistry on Instagram. Happy Halloween, guys, and enjoy your evening.